Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm Nancy Joy. It's May, and it's finally warming up a little bit here in Iowa. It's been a cold spring. Anyway, today's quote is one from Jodi Piccoult, who's a very famous, very excellent novelist, if you haven't heard of her. And one of her novels I was reading, and she says this: "Don't judge someone just because their opinions are different, lest they do the same to you. Instead, ask them if they want to grab a cup of coffee, start a conversation, and listen. Open their minds, open your own." And the world would be such a different place if we were all ready to do this. If we could meet someone that is aggravated by our beliefs and we're frustrated by their beliefs, and just say, "Come on, let's go have a cup of coffee. I want to hear what you have to say." And listen. And once you listen to them and get out of the ego that's trying to argue with everything they believe, there's a doorway open to share what you believe. And this came from, again, someone that asked me on an email or a YouTube question: how do I share all this wisdom to help the world wake up without offending people or having them turn away from me or rejecting it out of sorts? And, I've learned a lot over these many years. I've been doing this work, and Ezekiel's taught me a lot. And the very first rule is discernment. Is there an open door? Just because you know something and you have a belief and it lights up your heart doesn't mean that the person you want to share it with is on the same page or even the least bit open to what you have to say. So you have to learn discernment, and you learn discernment by being rejected. You learn discernment by realizing that the more you push, the less you're heard. And you begin to become sensitive, and you begin to listen for clues and spaces where you might be able to share and be listened to. Always check to make sure that your wisdom is asked for before you break down the door and shove it in somebody's face. Never a good idea. The second thing is everybody has a cosmic alarm clock, a wake-up call inside of them. And what they're waking up to isn't for you to decide or determine. In their soul and their spirituality, they're going to wake up and begin to expand their consciousness, open their hearts, and heal their wounds. Now, some people, the alarm clock goes off and they hit the snooze alarm. But don't worry, because, a snooze alarm, it's going to go off again. Always remember, when the time is right, as the saying goes, the teacher will appear. And, my dear, you are not always the teacher that they're waiting to have appear. And this is especially true with people close to you. When you wake up, you want to share with them. You want them to validate what you feel because you love them and you want them to be with you on this journey. But part of this journey is knowing that it's something you do within yourself, and you will attract the people that are right for you at any given time. So hold the people you love, your spouses, your partners, your children, siblings, best friends. Hold them in a space of love and let them be where they are, and be happy to be where you are. Because here's the next thing, and this is probably the most important. You've heard this saying, by your works you will know them. It's not what you say. It's not about the wisdom you have to share. It's how it's changed your own life. And that's something people see and people feel. People will gravitate to you simply because they want what you have. They want that spark. They want that energy. You don't have to convince anybody of anything. You have to live your truth, radiate your heart energy, be honest, and see manifest in your life those things that are most sought after. And I'm not talking about wealth. I'm talking about the way you live, the friends you have, the work you do. By your works you will know them. And that's really a big one. And it's done through feeling. You've met someone, and that's how my teachers have come to me. I met them and I'm just taken. I want to know everything they know. I want to suck them up like a sponge. because they radiate something I know I need. I know it's for me. And if someone's not in that space and they're really have their back turned to you, stop screaming, stop shouting. Just live your life and hold them in a space of love. Finally, also the last and final thing is you have to meet people where they are, even if you have an open door. A lot of times when I go and do presentations or workshops, people are concerned because some of their friends want to come, but they're very, let's say, Christian or very Muslim or very, religiously fundamental in some way. And that's not a problem. We're all talking about the same energy. We're all talking about love. You can share your wisdom when you meet them where they are, using their terminology, using examples from what they believe to open doorways to an expanded reality. And that's what I do almost all the time. When someone calls me for a session, I get a feeling of them, where they are, what they believe, where they're at. And then as I get the wisdom to share with them, it comes through much more through that filter. They can hear it. They can react to it without rejecting it. If you have to deliver some difficult news to somebody about something on their journey, but you're wrapping it up and tying it with a ribbon that's familiar to them, they're much more likely to open the gift and even appreciate it. So that's it for this Monday morning. Short and sweet. I hope you all have a great week. I did want to mention at the top of the email, in this chaotic world, when you're looking to find your peaceful center, Ezekiel and I have created 8 wonderful guided journeys. And you can go on my website and listen to them. You can have all 8 for download only. It's only a download thing. Or you can get a password to a site where you can listen to them anytime you want for only $19.99. Pretty reasonable deal. So that's the Heartlights promo for the week. Have a great week. See you next time.